Good morning everybody, hope you're all doing all right this morning. Oh, welcome back to our channel by the way. I'm going out for a quick stroll this morning, just to loosen up the muscles to be honest. I want to get some fresh air because I'm planning on carrying on with a wall upstairs when I come back. So I'm going to go out, get some fresh air. It's going to rain later. There's a storm coming, and if you live in the UK, I'm sure you're all aware of this storm. I think it's storm Eowyn, something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but luckily down here in the south we only have an amber warning, but the red warning is up Scotland and I think it's Northern Ireland and just up north quite a bit. So if you are living up there, I hope you will stay safe. Just horrible. These storms, we've had so many of them. Right, I'm going to go for this walk, come back, and crack on with that wall. Right, but before I go, I do want to show you something that's just through here, so come and have a little look. Oh, so this is our exciting news. We've had a UV water system put in, which is very exciting. And this job was very overdue. I'll just put a photo of what this looked like before this new system was put in. Now, if you're new to our channel, you're probably not aware that all our water in this house is pumped up from our well, which is just there, as you can see, just outside the back door. So all our water is pumped up from the well and it goes to a water tank, which is in the attic. Now that's something that we are going to change, but at present it's still being pumped up through the up to there, which is fine. That's just something, a work in progress, something that we're going to do at a later stage. But this is the new system. We did get the water tested before the installation of this, and the water quality did come back as drinkable, which is quite a relief, to be honest. Now, we're not actually drinking out of the tap at the moment. We're drinking out of bottles, but it's always good just to know that your water quality is good. We weren't sure when these filters were last serviced, so it really has been overdue. So it's such a relief that it's actually been done now. So we did have two blue filters, and that's the blue filter that you can see here. We had one removed and we had the other one tested just to make sure that it had a pH balance to it. So that was done. We also had a debris housing unit filter put in, and that's this just here. And that was put in, that really is just to take out any larger particles that are in the water, just to make sure that's all clean. And the UV system, which you can see, that is just at the bottom just there. That just kills any bugs, any remaining bugs that are in the water. And the clock at the top is just really to give you an idea of when the next service is due. And that's quite good, just counting down the days. But that was just really, in a nutshell, of what we've had done. If you've got any questions about it, probably Lee is the best person to answer the questions to, but I know a little bit, but he knows a lot more about it than me. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Right, well, I'm going to go on this walk now because I can hear the wind. It's picking up and I definitely need to just get on with this wall. Right, let's go for this walk. Hello, sheep. Oh, come in to say hello. Hello. Very friendly. Very friendly. Don't worry, I'm going this way. The sea looks so calm this morning. Very rare does it look like this, where you can't even see a ripple or a wave or any movement at all. It's just so still. I think I can hear a skylark in the sky. Absolutely lovely.
I love skylarks. They just remind me of meadows and sunny summer afternoons, sitting in a field somewhere, listening to the skylarks overhead, trying to spot them in the sky. It's just lovely. We were watching Countryfile the other evening, and they were talking about the Great Big Garden Bird Watch. I think it's part of the RSPB, and you send off for a pack, and they send you like a chart with all the sort of different garden birds that are in your garden. And I think it's the 24th of January, where you just have to sit for an hour and you can tick off how many birds that you see in your garden. And it's just to give them a rough idea of how many birds there are, which birds are doing well, which birds are not doing well. And it's just a good thing to do. So I'm hoping, I sent off for my chart, it hasn't arrived yet, but hopefully it will. I'm intending to sit and do that. It's a good excuse to sit down with a coffee and just look out the window for an hour. I stop walking and then the sheep stop. It's like playing that game we used to play when we were kids. If you can remember what it was called, please tell me. Someone walks ahead and then the other children behind have to walk forwards when their turn the other way. And then I think the winner is the person that gets up to the person that's walking. Great game.
Right, so here's the wall. This is what I'm going to be working on this morning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the mud that's in between all of the stone. I might get to give it a brush down and start on the lime mortar, but we'll see how we go. It depends how long it takes. I've only got this morning because I've got to go out this afternoon. But right, let's crack on with this and we'll see how far we get.
I was chipping out all this loose rubble and plaster from just the edge of this skirting board, I found a few little bits of an old newspaper. And there's only these bits here. I'm not sure why these only two little bits were shoved in there. But this is just great. A lovely find this is. And I can just make out the date. I can't make out the name of the paper. But I think that says, that probably would have said September the 12th, which is my dad's birthday, and 1968. These sort of things are just so fascinating to find. I was reading the other side. This is, I think it's just like estate agents, sort of inserts, advertising property. There's a bungalow here for £3,995. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't sound much money, but I suppose back then it was. And on the other side, which is just lovely, there's situations vacant. And it says, there's a clip here that says, I'll find it again, young lady, 15 to 16 years, required for general duties in bakery. Trade boards, rates of pay, 5-day week, must be clean appearance. For further details, apply. Nigel Cooch, I think that says. Production Limited, St Blasey, Par. Oh, just love it. Love reading this sort of thing. The history of the house. That's quite a few years ago. I might try and put these, I don't know how, I'm definitely going to keep them. I'm definitely not going to throw them away, but try and display them in something. If you've got any ideas, let me know. Absolutely wonderful. Right, so that's the result of my morning's work. Looks absolutely lovely, doesn't it? All that stone. It's going to look so nice when it's brushed and cleaned and filled with lime mortar. Now, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to do. Everything takes longer, doesn't it, than what you expect. But this bit here took a while. This was where all the hard cement was. This is where they had a sink. When it was a B&B, there were sinks in all these bedrooms. So that took a little bit of time to get that out. These holes here, I'll just fill with extra stone and with the lime mortar, just fill those in. So that will look fine when that's done. But I'm going to have to leave it here and carry on with it next weekend because I've got to go out now. Now, I'm going to leave Lee to do his bit. He's got to just continue on with what he was doing. He's taken down the wall and he's got other bits and bobs to do. So you can have a little look at him doing that. And I'm going to pop out. But we're going to a panto this evening. So I don't want to be too tired. Not if we're going out, but I shall see you later.
So I started this morning to start removing the timbers here. I've already removed 3 or 4. I've checked timbers up here go across between this wall and this wall, so it's quite sturdy. There's a central timber here, so it's safe to remove these without any worries about the ceiling. So let's carry on.
Giving me wind and rain.
managed to get the panel out in one piece. I used the multi-tool to cut around the timbers here all the way round and got that out in one piece undamaged, so that's really good. Obviously the glass is out in one piece, which is again really good, because that will probably shatter quite badly. The air cleaner's doing its job, keeping the room nice and clear. All I've got to do now is finish off this section of this wall here and get it down. He's got a fifth leg on it.
Right, well, the wind and rain have set in. It's absolutely hammering it down last night. It was awful, so windy. We even had a bit of thunder. But I thought I would just show you the extent of the damage from this view from the hallway. Oh, it looks so good, actually. It's so open, so dusty and horrible, but that's beside the point. It's open and it looks great. It really does look great. I really do like destruction and knocking walls down. It's very satisfying. It looks wonderful. And one thing that we are going to do, which I don't know whether we've mentioned, because when you walk down the stairs, there's a sign actually that says, mind your head. I don't know whether you can just read that there. Lee has to move his head every single time he moves down the stairs. So what his plan is when we take up this floor, which is going to be very soon, because obviously the new beams are going to go in underneath, what we're going to do is we're going to move this probably maybe a foot and a half that way. So when you walk down the stairs, Lee won't have to tilt his head. Well, that's the plan for that. Right, well, I was going to do the great big bird watch, but because of the weather, I think the birds are probably just going to stay indoors. Stay in their little bushes and in their nests. So I'm not going to bother with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that in the next few days, hopefully, if the storm does subside and the sun comes out and the birdies come out, I shall do it then. But I've got till February to input the details of the birds that I spot. So that's something for another day. Right, well, I'm going to leave you there. And hopefully you've enjoyed this video. We are getting there with this renovation. We are getting there. But thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves in this weather. And we shall see you very soon. Bye for now. Bye.